All right, hello. So I realized from my camera test that I have got to push the camera back way far because if not, it is like hyper zoomed in on my face. So all right, I can get used to it. So yeah, today is a video, strange one because it's something where I had spent I guess a lot of last week trying to figure out how much can I do, how much can I work, how far can I go. And well, I found the limit. I found exactly how far it was that I could go and discovered where to most certainly not go too far and the consequences of doing such a thing. So it originally had happened because after months of really grinding and growing and developing in a lot of ways, establishing consistency in my new job this year and really creating an impact of developing the lifestyle that I want, one that will allow me to stand back up to the growth that I want to be at, to be able to develop myself better as a media buyer, as a leader, as a communicator, and just the different things that are important to me. It's been a time for me to pursue that, yet it's something where I couldn't help but feel that I'm not as I guess effective. I'm not as intense. I'm not as what I feel is productive as I used to be. It used to be something where I could just get so many things done in a short period of time. And sure, it'd be messy. I'd light some shit on fire along the way. I'd break a few things along the way, and it'd be painful. At the same time, though, shit would get done, money would get made, and I enjoyed the process. And so I wanted to try to bring that back, and I wanted to be able to find a happy medium, a medium between, basically just eviscerating myself while trying to pursue the goals I'm going after versus being able to actually produce long-term sustainable success and actually continue to focus and pursue something for more than a few months or even a year, to see how long can I really stay focused at one thing and continue developing. Well, that was a practice I did last week, and last week was the opposite. I wanted to push myself to the edge and see how far I could go. And I did. I mean, I worked probably 16 hours minimum each day last week. I went 4 days straight without sleeping more than, I think the most I was like 90 minutes. And it was not fun. Like it was not exciting in the sense that I felt so much pain. It hurt so badly to stay awake. Felt like I was holding my eyeballs open and staring at the screen or writing down notes to figure out solutions and whatever it might have been. Going on webinars. Lately I've been split testing out, doing sales calls with the video on versus sales calls with the video off. So fortunately, I was doing sales calls with the video off at this point, so that way people couldn't see my face because I looked like a zombie. At the same time, though, I survived. I made it. I succeeded. I achieved the goals I was looking for at work. I was able to develop the systems and the processes that I wanted to. I was able to proof of concept the new things that I created. And from a productivity standpoint, I'd say I got more done that week than I did in 2 weeks prior. Granted, I worked 2 weeks worth of hours in 1 week, so that's part of it. Though I knew it would be messy. I knew it wouldn't be sustainable, and that wasn't the point. The point wasn't to be able to do this and try to just keep that going. And just make sure I am recording. Okay, good. The point of it wasn't to just go ham for the entire week and just barely escape death and then do it again the next week and the next week. Nah, the point of it was to see, what does it take? Can I overcome that pain? And what can I do to make it to where that's more sustainable? To where that doesn't take as much? Well, on Saturday morning, around 9 a.m., was when I finally finished my work. So I'd worked all the way through Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday morning, and that's when I finally finished everything that I was working on. And my body was shutting down at that point. I mean, it was like that stage where you start getting hallucinations, beyond the headaches and the internal eye swelling, which may be more so from staring at the computer for so long, but unpleasant either way. And then I just started feeling like this aching all over my body as if I was literally shutting down. And then I was fighting a fever, which was horrible because I had booked a weekend at a local resort so I can go and take some time and see the beach. So of course, at that point was There was 132 days of lockdown. Yeah, because today is day 136 of lockdown. So it's like I was ready. I was excited to get the fuck out and do something different, something exciting, something interesting, to get some fresh air without having to go and negotiate with dudes with guns and explain to them why you need to walk down the street to buy some damn fruit. Like, I was really excited to be able to just enjoy the normal things that used to seem so common, like ordering a drink at the bar and being able to enjoy it and to talk with people. Like, anyways, I was looking forward to this. So I was not gonna let anything stop me. So I knew I had this fever coming on, so I kind of was able to push it down. Took a cold shower and put on the towel to be able to try to cool off, and nothing worked. Like, didn't really work. I ended up getting some sleep, which was funny enough is what did it. Slept for about an hour. That lowered the temperature enough. During the hour-long drive, I got to sleep a little bit more, and that's where I was able to cool my temperature down even more. And I got there, and my temperature was only 37 degrees Celsius. So hell yeah, low enough to be able to get in. And then I spent the whole day, of course, being at the resort, being in the sunlight, being on the beach, being able to order a drink. I immediately proceeded to drinking heavily and partying with my friends, where it was just drink after drink after drink after drink all day, well into the night, going and swimming, so exerting a lot more energy than I normally would be, and then also I didn't get to sleep until close to midnight, and so I ended up being closer to going on 5 days without really sleeping, plus a ton of just damage. And the next day I really paid for it because I could not move. That light fever I had before was now just had me bedridden. I could barely do anything. And my body was completely aching. My eyes felt like they were gonna freaking explode. And I knew I wasn't sick. I knew it wasn't some bug. I knew it wasn't fucking corona. I knew it wasn't any of these things. I knew that it was genuinely just my body shutting down. And I'd never experienced it at this level, though, the point where things just wouldn't function. Like, my brain wouldn't function. My body just hurt all over, and I could hear it saying, "Just let me rest. Let us relax." At the same time, though, I could feel it changing, transforming, and that I did push that limit. I did go too far. And what was interesting about it is I even remember the point that was too far. I remember that it was right around 5 o'clock-ish in the morning, that Friday night, Saturday morning, however you want to look at it, before leaving. It was just a few hours prior that was like, this is the point. This is the point, Anand. Get some damn sleep, get some rest. I couldn't. I had a deadline to meet. I had to get the thing done. So either way, I say that because something where, and this part of the experience, I was not always able to stay focused for long periods of time. It was something that to work on something, an hour, 2 hours, with complete focus. I mean, like, without bouncing around, without looking at other things, that was challenging for me. Yet I've now gotten it to where I can 3 hours, 6 hours, 9, 10, 12, 15. It's not nonstop. I do take on occasion about a 15-minute break-ish, and then sometimes I'll get up and pace. I'll eat a lot of fruits, and I will make it to where those are mental breathers for myself. I did still continue, last week at least, I kept practicing Russian. This weekend, I didn't do anything. I didn't practice Russian, I didn't exercise. Unfortunately, it sucks. I've lost a little bit of weight where I was gaining a little bit of weight every couple of days. Now I've actually lost weight because I lost my appetite. When the fever hit, my body wouldn't eat food. I think on Sunday, all I ate was some watermelon, some pineapple, and half a bowl of soup. That was it. My body couldn't handle it. So anyways, the point of this video is that it's not always a smooth process, and I'm documenting this because it's also not just some sporadic, like, woe is me, my job is so hard, my life is so hard, no, I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to do anything. The thing that I wanted to see was, what am I capable of, and where is that limit, and how can I know what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do, so that way I can plan accordingly. Because if I know what my 100% as of right now looks like, well, then I can strategize based off of 60%, 70%, allow myself to have that wiggle room to push if I need to, while also knowing that I can maintain the maximum productivity. And who knows, maybe once or twice a year I'll really push myself and find out what am I made of. Like take on some crazy ridiculous project and give myself a week-long deadline and just see what does it take for me to pull it off? Do I succeed? And the biggest thing that's exciting here was when I tried this previously, it was more so on an arbitrary work goal. Basically, I just wanted to see could I read enough and learn enough about a single topic, and I failed miserably because there wasn't a tangible result that says this equals success, this equals failure. Because the knowledge itself is not. I don't value knowledge in itself a whole lot. I value results. I value action to a degree, yes, though I value the results from the action, even if the result is failure, because the action in itself allows for an opportunity to be able to adapt and to grow, which moves closer to the desired result. So even if you don't get the desired result, well, failure shows you a way not to do it, and on top of that, you get to get a lot of juicy data if you look into that action thoroughly. So in this case here, yeah, it was something that my specific goal was to achieve the deadline, create the solution, handle normal business as usual, maintain a high degree of energy along the way, and generate lots of revenue along the process. And all those things were achieved. So it took me a couple of days to recover. All day Sunday I spent in bed. Monday I was able to go out and enjoy myself a little bit. Tuesday I got back to work, though the fever did come back, unfortunately. And now I do feel normal. I think that I've slept enough. I slept for 5 hours last night. I took a nap. It's funny, it sounds like not a lot, but for me that's a lot of time. My body actually woke up after 3 hours of sleep, even though I was exhausted last night. I was just barely able to keep my eyes open. 3 hours, my body woke up, decided it was time to start working again. I forced myself to go back to sleep, slept an hour, got back up, had to go back to sleep, forced myself to go back to sleep, laid in bed for about 30 minutes, slept for another hour, and then got up and decided I would just take a long nap, which I did. I practiced Russian, I watched some videos, I responded to some emails, and then I took an hour and a half nap. So my schedule is super weird. I can't say I've fully mastered having a strong, consistent, stable schedule. At the same time, though, it is something that I'm pushing the limits. And now I've decided that I'm not going to be doing some crazy schedule like that. But now I also know what I'm capable of doing. I can feel that my competence, my productivity is higher. And while to most people this might sound like a ridiculous, insane, dangerous thing to test and to push oneself this hard, yet for myself maybe it is like shit. I'll agree with that. I'm really playing with my health. At the same time, I also know that I'm strong. I also know that I'm capable, and I also know that my body is able to handle stress. It's able to handle challenges. I know my mind can handle these things, and I don't know if it's that there's something. I don't know if I'm not going to judge is this right, is this wrong. I'm just describing my process. I'm describing what I feel is going to take me to be the person I want to be, because the person I've been doesn't know where those limits are. The person I've been doesn't know how far I can actually go. The person I've been doesn't know what I'm capable of, and I want to find out those things. And now I can feel it. I can feel that now. I know the intensity with which I can work. I can know about 12 hours per day, super chill. Especially if I'm getting 5 hours of sleep per night. If I'm getting 5 hours of sleep per night, oof, I can get things good. I get a lot done. And the fact is, I used to be 8 to 10. And what's funny is that when I sleep for 5, I am just as energized as when I sleep for 8. When I sleep for 10, I'm fucking exhausted the whole day. So no matter what happens, the difference is that if I sleep way more hours, the first 3 hours of the day, I have more energy. At the same time, after the first 3 to 5 hours of the day, I'm just as tired, whether I have 5 hours or 8 hours. So I'm not one of those super special people that only needs to sleep 4 or 5 hours a night. It's just one of those things where I decide to pick my poison. If I'm going to be sleepy, no matter what, I might as well get more things done along the way. And this is me discovering my process of how can I actually bring out the most of myself without the health issues, like what I just faced. And that was the first time I faced that. So now I know yeah, go 4 days without sleeping more than 90 minutes, and it's possible my body will literally shut down and destroy my appetite and force me into bed where I can't move for almost 2 days until I heal. So now I know not to do that. Maybe I can do 2 days, 3 days even is a max I'll push myself, but I think I'll make it to a two. It's like there should be no reason why I need to go and do more than a double dayer. Alright, so this video, not really a lesson. There's no grand action plan. I would damn sure not suggest to anybody. I'm certainly not a physician or some fucking doctor or anything like that. Like, I'm not some specialist or like I'm not a therapist. I'm not anyone to follow. I'm a dude sharing his vision, sharing his journey, sharing the steps of the process along the way. I have really big dreams. I have a desire to grow and to transform and to change, and I'm wanting to document what it is that I go through, what it is that I do, how I think, and what's happening along the way, to be able to have some, I guess, some insight on like how the heck did this happen? Because I'd love to be able to find out how I can optimize and grow faster. So I'd love to hear. Actually, I'd love to see like what strategies do you guys use to maximize your time, your productivity, your strength of focus and will. It's something that I'm actively practicing right now, and while I'm very, very satisfied with my current level of productivity, and I feel like I'm close to refining a schedule that can actually produce the results that I want, to reach the goals that I want to, I know there's so much room for improvement. I hope you guys, wherever you are in the world right now, are having a fantastic, safe, and healthy week so far. Till next time, bye for now.